So we're here for another iteration of coverings for Tile of Spain's Showstoppers, and I'm talking to David from one of the most creative brands in the Spanish sector, Wow. So welcome, David. Thank you for showcasing what you guys have with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for stepping into the Wow experience. That's what we call it here. And I'm glad to answer whatever questions you may have.
No, my pleasure. I mean, the whole point of these is to just give people a bit of a deeper look on the factories and what kind of makes them tick and what their brands are all about. One of the things that we're having to deal with in ceramics right now is disasters, political, environmental, something, and it's disrupting supply chains, or we're having to shift around and find new solutions. I know it's something that we've had to deal with in terms of raw material supply and stuff like that. What's your company doing to sort of shelter your customers from the effects of these things? And it's something we have to think about.
Right, good question. We all know that the political instability and the natural disasters, biomedical disasters are affecting us all, right? Yeah. So at WOW we strive to really, find different solutions to minimize those disruptions, and one of the things that we're actually doing is, for example, try to utilize more local raw material resources. Yeah. Like, so right now 95% of our raw materials are within 30 square meters of our factory, 30 square kilometers, I'm sorry about that. So we are supporting the local economies. We are reducing the vulnerability of, the large international supply chain, right? We are also investing in what we call, sustainable energies, like for example, solar panels. We are right now have 2,700 photovoltaic panels in our.
We went to the factory a couple of years ago, and I was amazed at the photovoltaic array that you have that's supporting your production.
Oh yeah, big time. We're actually saving like 700 tons of CO2 per year and 5,600 kilograms of SOx per year, which is a lot. I mean, we're actually pursuing these sustainability goals, and we actually we are committed to reduce our atmospheric emissions by 50% by the end of 2024.
Oh wow! So that's even more aggressive than the government mandates are.
Oh yeah, much more aggressive. We are towards getting our efficiency, energy, and sustainability goals. We are very committed to that.
No, and that's obviously a very relevant story for consumers today. But what everyone thinks about in the WOW experience is your capability and creativity and design. And one of the avenues that we have in this industry is digital manipulation of our inks and glazes. Maybe walk us through how WOW is tailoring an engaging experience with your products.
Oh yeah. The digital technology is part of our core, the core of our innovative strategy. And of course, we are applying digital technology in every part of our production process. So, for example, we are the first one in implement what we call intelligent printing technology with relief reading. So pieces like that, for instance, they have a lot of holes. We allow our printing to read into the holes and actually pour different glazing in different holes, creating a lot of countless designs. So that's one of the things.
So, and this is printing not just the structure where it's carving into the surface. You've actually got an overall matte surface, but a glossy ink just in those chips.
Just into those chips.
Yeah.
And and it changes, from piece to piece. Yeah. So we can create so many different patterns and different designs. Also, we are investigating in 3D digital technology to create special textures and with unprecedented depth and precision. It's something that we talk about next year because we're working on it. And I don't want to disclose anything.
No, fantastic.
But we're still working on that. And as well, we're always trying to improve our technology, our machinery. We are actually utilizing resources that are more ecological, like for example our Ingovi now has a lot of recycled material. Our clay is 20% recyclable. So
and the Ingovi is the bottom base glaze layer that primer, covers the entire surface.
The primer that you use before you put the glaze on it.
Right. Okay. Now the other thing that I love telling the story of the Spanish industry because it is so rich with history, and as we look at WOW's products, I have a soft spot for traditional mineral glaze. Digital, we have all kinds of capabilities, but I love the historic mineral glaze. And you have so much history and knowledge to draw upon in the Castillon region. How are you guys marrying traditional techniques with modern techniques to create something new?
I love you asking that because, first of all, I would like to say that at WOW, we consider ceramic finish as an added value.
Yeah.
So it has to be highlighted. Why? Because we don't mimic other materials like a stone or wood
everything
or
here
limestone.
looks like ceramic.
Everything is ceramic.
Yeah.
So of course, because of that, we love the culture, the art, underlying the ceramic production, And we understand that over the years, the act or the art, of designing and manufacturing ceramic tile has been perfected, the pressing, the glazing,
Yeah.
the firing, all that stuff. So of course we use traditional methods, but we also add some modern techniques to improve
Right.
those traditional methods. So for example, here in these pieces, we can manage to color the engobe and to add crystalline glazes on top to acquire a very, very glaring finish.
Yeah.
Or in pieces like that, we reverse the production process. We put the matte, dark color first,
Right.
and the engobe on top.
Okay.
So what we get is this, finish that is like a pastel color, but also the darker color is trying to surface in the outer corners instead of pulling.
Yeah. So it's a semi-transparent glaze.
Glaze.
That goes over and it pools and flows as it sinters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's reversing the process. Remember, the engobe is a very unstable, material to manage.
Yep.
So it requires some technique to get this kind of finish.
Of course, that's incredible. I love seeing the ingenuity that's marrying centuries of understanding and know-how and being able to apply modern techniques.
We also add in, digital technology. So we have the traditional methods,
Yep.
some modern innovations, and then digital technology. Like for example, in this piece, we're mixing gloss and matte inkjet printing to achieve this, kind of recessed,
Okay. Just
glaze
around
in
the
the
edges.
corners. So it looks like, the tile.
Like a vintage
the,
tile.
Yeah, vintage tile.
That has some
the glaze
patina.
came off and, it looks like time
That's very cool.
has passed over this tile. So,
very cool.
yeah, mixing traditional techniques, mixing modern innovation, mixing, digital technology is our heart, is the core of our philosophy.
And you can feel it walking through the stand. I believe you probably picked your name because you wanted people to look at your stuff and just say, wow.
Well, what I like people to say is, I want people to understand that we don't sell just style, we
Yeah.
sell emotions,
Right.
tradition,
course.
design, culture. We sell uniqueness, we sell singularity. And we're proud to say that we sell the WOW experience.
Yeah, you do, and you deliver. David, thank you so much
Thank you,
for your
Mike.
time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.